Hey everybody, this is Jen from ScanNCut Jam Sessions and ScanNCut Canvas and Scal Help on Facebook. This is that wheelie tote thingy that our ScanNCut fits in, and I'm going to show you, not a cat, but how to put stuff on it with an iron, hopefully. I do have one of those stone things inside. It ought to be interesting doing this because we really have to kind of move this bag around and do some funky things with it to get it to actually be flat. And when I go to put the design on here, it's going to be this one right here. Well, there's a part of it stuck, but I'm not going to have this little design back here. Okay. This right here, I'm going to have to actually sit it up and push down this way. So we'll see how it goes. I'm not guaranteeing anything, but of course with this shape, I can't put it in my heat press, so I'm going to have to use an iron. And granted, this thing's never going to get worse, so I really don't have to worry about that. So we'll see how it all goes. Okay. So I started off and I did this one. I put this down. And you can see it is still not sticking real well. I have it set on the highest part of cotton. Highest cotton setting, I should say, that I have. And let me show you how I did this. Wanted to give it a trial run to see if I could get it to even stick appropriately. And I have my little Teflon sheet here. And this handle is enough to drive anybody batty. And you have to be careful not to touch this handle with your iron because it will melt that handle quicker than you can even blink your eye. Okay. So do the press and the hold. They say you're not supposed to iron it back and forth. So kind of press and hold. And you press down, nice firm pressure for 15 seconds, and then you lift, okay? Well, that's all good, great, and fine. But then I, lifted this up, and you can still see there. So I'm going to take this and just kind of hold it on there. Hopefully the tip gets good and hot, too. I don't want to singe it, but I want it a little bit better than what it's stuck down. I'm making sure I'm not touching any of the other parts of it. Alright, let's see what we've got here. Oh, that looks a little bit better. Alright. Make sure I'm not touching that or this. So it's just a press and a hold. But I wouldn't give for a cordless one right now. All I have to say is I am thankful I have a heat press. Oh, good gracious, I do not know how you guys do this. Ugh. But I guess just hold, because this is a really funky shape anyhow. Oh, goodness gracious me. Oh, phew. It was stuck. I hope you can see what I'm doing. I'm just trying to get the edges that look like they want to lift up. And, if it comes right down to it, I'm just going to glue that puppy down. It doesn't look too awfully bad. Okay, so that, I guess that looks good enough. tweezers. Okay. So that doesn't look too bad now. Let me try to pull it up here. Alright. So it looks okay. I mean, it's not going to be thrown in the washing machine, so I don't really have to worry about that. So let's see if we can get something else on here. Let's try to put... see if what I made is going to fit or if it's too big. Okay. Yep, that'll fit. Slide the stone all the way in and over. And it gives us something nice and firm to push. Our Teflon sheet. Push and hold. Okay. And we'll go for, oops, sorry, for the other side. My ancient old iron. As a therapist, I always wear scrubs. We used to dress up all the time, but with all the stuff that can happen in the healthcare field, you tend to learn your lesson really quick about wearing really, really nice clothes. And you always carry an extra set of scrubs with you. Yeah, and I'm using the ironing thing because I see it's tacked down and it doesn't look like it's moving. Let's see what we've got so far. Oh yeah, see, look, that's already getting hot. So I need to get that out of the way somehow so I can get up here to this. Maybe I'll have to move this camera back a little bit. This thing is an adventure. Grand adventure. And yes, I know I'm probably in the way, but I gotta get this without hitting that strap. I don't want to melt that puppy in two. And then I gotta get pressure over here. Hang on. Okay. Let's try to get this up here. I bet you old Harbor Freight never thought they'd have this done to their tool bags. Have to send them pictures when we're done with this. I feel a new Teflon sheet coming on. I would say. Alright, let's see what we've got. No, bleh. No. How do you guys do it with an iron? And like not immediately go out the very next day and buy a heat press. Good golly, Miss Molly. Okay, I'm gonna press it for another 30 minutes and I'll come back. Okay, so there's that. It's okay. It's all stuck down. That actually stuck down a lot better than that did, but it's just fighting through these creases in that, and you don't want to burn this stuff. But it's okay because I'm probably going to end up sewing different fabric on there anyhow because I'm not a fan of this color, but you all know that already. Alright, so now I'm going to flip it to get this. Okay, so I got this thing set up over here. Not sure how well this is going to go. It's so hard to do with an iron. I really have to hand it to you guys that use an iron. It is a lot of work. And this is the glitter HTV that I sell. So this is the stuff that most of you guys that have gotten from me, you can use. And now to push. You get yourself a workout, that's for sure. And I clipped this thing up out of the way. Or tried to. So don't burn it off. And I think holding it on longer than 15 seconds is definitely okay, and I think kind of needed. On this material and with this HTV anyhow. But I'm going to go and I'm going to keep pressing, doing just like this because I'm sure you can't see anything, and I'll be back. Now to get the back areas, I kind of shove this iron up in there as far as I can, and make sure you have this Teflon sheet back there as well. That protects everything. So you kind of make like a little cubby hole, and you just shove that back there and hold and press. Make sure you give yourself extra space. Really press down. Still see some right in the middle here. Ow. It's hot. Let's start to slowly peel away. Okay, I see a spot on the eye back there. Let's go get that bad boy and push like the dickens. Other than that, it actually looks pretty good. I wanted to mention, I did turn it up. This is the hottest that it can get. It's all the way up past linen. Well, it actually is on linen. So the hottest this little iron goes to is linen, so it's the max on linen up past cotton. I see some on the W over here too. So I guess when you do this, go ahead and let's try to pull this up here maybe a little bit more. Kind of get it all stuck down to when you pull it off, nothing really releases with your paper, that it pretty much stays where it's at, and you might have a couple little flyaways. Then go after the flyaways and try to get them stuck down when you're doing it on this thing. But your regular like t-shirts and stuff like that should be a lot easier to press. This just has so many different angles to try to get. This has to be one of the worst things to try to put HTV on, for goodness sakes. And if you have a Teflon sheet, definitely use it. Okay, that looks good. Alright, let's pop it up there. Sorry, I'll zoom the camera out here in a second. Okay. Oh, so gaudy, I love it. No, kidding. Well, maybe not kidding, but... Alright, let's take a little look at it here. Okay. The handle, you know what, that handle might actually just come off because I'm not a big fan of it anyhow being there. Okay, so there's all of our HTV stuck down, stuck pretty good. Nothing is sticking out of it or sticking off. Okay, so that's how you can go about decorating one of these little wheelies for your ScanNCut from Harbor Freight. And I think they're called wheeled toolboxes. But they're only like around 20 bucks and they're really nice. But that's, you can also transfer this to using an iron for your HTV. Just put it on your settings and then press for 15 seconds and then lift. Don't do the ironing, okay? Don't do that type of movement. Just straight up and down. Alright, so thanks for watching. If you have any questions, find me over at ScanNCut Canvas and Scal Help on Facebook. Thanks, guys.